Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, the one on my phone wanted to go before the one on my computer.
Weird.
I don't know.
So, we are being recorded, by the way.
Oh, hi, recording.
Yeah.
Recording, would you like me to take you on the official tour?
Yes. Yes, I think
All
recording
right.
would like that.
All right, recording. Okay, so this is our farm field. It needs to be lowered one tier, but that's okay. In the testing episode, which you may or may not see ever, this was a huge cube, but now it's flat land.
Woohoo! Flat land.
Oh yeah, if you see yonder way to the west, I've been starting to flatten out the across the river so we can have a lowland area.
Nice.
And then out over here, I'm trying to make a gradual hill kind of taper down landscaping down to the same level as our water. But unfortunately, the hills in this area are completely Swiss cheese. And there's caves full of monsters throughout. This is one where I suddenly remembered it's going to be impossible for us to find them again later. So here's one of the entrances. And I believe below here connects to the rest of the Swiss cheese hills. I'm keeping some of them, however, like this one right here. It's bright enough that it will help us go through to where the lowland areas are going to be.
Hooray!
And again, anytime I come across a oak tree that is, this is old. Those sand blocks. Anytime I come across an oak tree that is, more than just your basic oak tree, I preserve it.
Because those oak trees are cool.
They are. I believe this one I might get rid of. It's a little bit too short, and I want to go down a bit deeper. It just doesn't... It just looks odd, I feel, if I take the ground down and it's just this long, skinny thing with a tiny little tuft on top. But we'll see what it looks like once I get all the way down. I'm just kind of building the land for you to build your village on.
Nice.
Miss, not dead yet. Oh my lord, we haven't even done introductions yet. They have no idea who I am.
Well, do you want to tell them who you are?
I don't know. It feels a little presumptuous to me. I mean, I'm not the owner of the channel.
Well, who are you then?
I'm Krissa.
You are.
Sometimes I'm Christy. It depends on if you need me to be serious.
And you are a dear friend, and I am going to run over here now. I don't know why.
Yeah, because it's fun. Because I've changed a lot since you were last in here.
Yeah.
Made a lot of progress, a lot of silent digging and redistribution of dirts. Because that's what makes me happy. It's gonna be a lot of dirt digging. But it's worth it. Oh my lord, recording.
Yes.
Recording. There's so many jokes that weren't recorded that we get to reuse, and I don't even know how to reuse them anymore.
Oh dear.
There was the Cthulhu joke. There was making fun of the phone scammers.
Well, you could just tell the phone scammer story again.
I suppose I could. So, a couple of months ago, and by a couple of months ago I mean it was like last week, my grandmother gets contacted by these folks over the phone saying that she's won Publishers Clearinghouse. Finally! You know, she's just got to pay taxes on the money she's won. So, you know, that comes up to about $85. And then she's also won a Mercedes-Benz. And, you know, we got to pay $4,800 for, you know, the storage fees because, you know, that's been stored in Topeka. And they've tried to contact her, you know, with letters. But, you know, finally contacting her now, and my grandmother, you know, gladly pays the $85. But if any of you are astute, you'll start to recognize that Publishers Clearinghouse isn't supposed to ask you for money. You just win. You just won. So anytime someone's saying, it's like, oh yeah, no, you won a whole bunch of money. It's like the Nigerian prince scam. Just straight up. Over the phone. Don't even.
Yeah.
And it was this whole ordeal to convince my grandmother she hadn't actually won Publishers Clearinghouse. And in the end, what sold it to her that she was scammed was that they never came up the driveway with her check and her new car. Just a load of bull.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, those particular scammers got it to the point where every single time the phone rang, me and my mother would jump up in extreme anxiety because we had to race my grandmother to the phone and head off these, unless she gets scammed. But so they've started calling quite frequently. I'm starting to become very, very good friends with them. Sarcasm. And they called today, you know, to talk to my mother, Clarice. Her name is fucking Clarice. They wanted to talk to Clarice X Storm. This is not my grandmother's name. And, you know, I've started screening her calls. You just ask, hey, what's your company name? What's your name specifically? And what's the purpose of your call? And any major company will have absolutely no problems answering this question. Like, hello, I'm from Bank of America. My name is Stacy, and we're calling in regards to your bank account. Like, that's all I want, right?
Mm-hmm.
Super, super simple. Scammers will never answer this information, and if they do, they will go like, oh, I'm from company... And it's like, I'm sorry, can you speak up a little bit? And then they'll try to make their accents a little heavier. So, you know, they've answered your question, but you have no real idea what it is. Anyway, the scammers that called were like unable to answer these simple questions and starting getting really, really combative surprisingly quickly. Within about 3 minutes, I had them telling me to shut the fuck up, which, you know, if that wasn't the first red flag... It was at least a red flag. Never is someone actually legit gonna tell you to shut the fuck up just because you're asking them for their identifications. And so I'm like, okay, these scammers, they've caused me and my mother quite a lot of grief, a lot of anxiety. I'm gonna waste their time. I hope they have good long distance service. So I started reading to them a book my grandfather had out on the counter, War and Peace. And as I'm reading to them War and Peace, they're asking me, when was the last time I sat on a dick? And, you know, I needed to get fucked. And they could help me out with that. And I'm just, folks. Oh my God, I'm swooning at this point. But they hang up, and they started actually managing to make specific phones in the house ring. Like, they made only the phone in the garage ring, or only the phone in my grandpa's bathroom. So I've gone through the house, thanks to them, finding all of the phones that my grandparents have installed, disconnecting them so that I only have to go one place to head off these assholes. And the entire time I'm just bringing War and Peace along with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I got that added to the police report. Mostly because it was kind of creepy that they could make specific phones ring.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
alarming.
It can't be too difficult but I don't know how to do it, so, you know, startlement.
Yes.
So yeah, we're just having a gay old time with these delightful gentlemen.
Yeah,
So delightful.
That
I'm on
sounds
first
like an adventure.
I'm on first name basis with there's more than one scammer group. But there's one, they say they're from Microsoft.
That's cute.
And they're calling about your computer. Well, the thing is if Microsoft is going to be calling you, they're going to say they're from Windows. Or something. I mean, it's not.
It's becoming night.
Yeah, I'm headed. I'm at home.
Okay. I will.
But that ends this episode of fucking scammers are fucking terrible.
I will be right back, folks.